Remember last year around this time when the movie Haunt came out? And I saw the trailer for that and I thought, it's probably not going to be that good, but I'll watch it anyways. And then I was blown away by how good it fucking was. Well, PHarm, here's your Halloween movie. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So tonight we are talking about a movie that I honestly thought was going to be a pile of shit. I thought I was going to be doing a rant video on this as to how bad it was and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? This movie's not going to be for everyone, okay? But I thought this movie was great, okay? This is a low-budget horror movie gem, if I've ever seen one. It was an independent film, and I don't know how they raised the money for it. I'm not sure if they used Kickstarter or how they did it, but I mean, goddamn, like this movie has everything in it. And there's something in this movie too that I really liked. Well, actually, there's a bunch of things, but it doesn't take itself seriously at any point. Like, there's gore in this movie, and there's a fair amount of it, okay? I mean, it's a low-budget movie, so they can only pump so much out, but I mean, they used it wisely when they needed to use it. And I've seen movies of this nature where there's not near as much gore in their movies as there is in this. And I've always stressed this, that if you have a low-budget horror movie with really nothing really new, I mean, this does have a twist at the end, I don't want to give spoilers, you need to amp up the gore. You know what I mean? Like, this movie I wouldn't consider like a bloody mess, but it's got some pretty good gore in it when it needs to be, and it's all practical, which is just fantastic. But anyways, let me read the synopsis here. 4 people enter a corn maze for Halloween and are picked off one by the twisted family who owns the scare attraction. Okay, well, the scare attraction is PHarm. Basically, the first act is we're introduced to these friends. They decide to go to this corn maze, as so many of us have done at Halloween time. And what they do is they give you a stamp, okay? And this is all explained to you in the third act of the movie, and I don't want to get into too many details for that, but you get a stamp when you go in, and then you go through this door and it scans that stamp. Well, the one sister goes through the door and the alarm goes off, right? And so this family, and they're a family of freaks, like there's like the dad and the daughter, Herschel, Gemma, but all the boys are like these mutated fucking 7 feet tall. They've got these masks on, like like a leather face, and if you've ever seen the movie The Furies, just dressed up like that. They're all these freaks, okay? And it's anyways, I'll get to that in a sec. But so the one sister, the alarm goes off when her wrist gets scanned, and then the dad comes out, Herschel, and says that she is the 10,000th visitor to this corn maze, so they get to go into the special VIP corn maze, right? They don't know what's going on. They think they're going to win this. He offers them $10,000 just to entice, to them to go into it a little bit more. If they can get through it, like I think it's an hour. Basically, it's just setting them up so they'll go in, okay? And I don't want to tell you why they want you to go in. Again, it's all explained to you, so that's maybe a bit of a spoiler, but I don't want to get into that. What I do want to get into is this family, okay? If you have a movie like this, you need to do a couple of things. First of all, you need to add gore, which they've done. It's practical, it's beautiful, and I fucking loved it. And you need, like, if you have these big hulking, like Hills Have Eyes kind of mutant freaks in this movie, you need to do something different. Okay, because we've seen it 1,000 times. Hills Have Eyes, The Furies. I can list off a couple other ones, like going all the way back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where we have these big hulking chainsaw wielding guys and sickles and axes and all sorts of stuff chasing these people through the fucking cornfield. Okay, that's in this movie. But what's also in this movie that I fucking loved, and it made me laugh, and it's just, this movie doesn't take itself seriously. And it's great because this family kind of has like a meeting before this night begins. And it's so fucking funny because there's all these big freaks. Like they make it serious, but it's comical and it fucking works. And I was actually laughing. Like, I thought this movie was going to be shitty, and it's not. But to hear these mutants talk to each other, you know what I mean? Like the one guy, I can't remember who it was, what the one guy, this big hulking 8-foot fucking man, and they're talking about how good his fucking peanut butter cookies he made for the family earlier in the day. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then there's this one scene where the sister is like kind of fighting this big mutated guy with a chainsaw. And I mean, she can defend herself. She's obviously got like, you know, karate training or something like that. But anyway, so she, you know, stabs him in the leg and kicks him a couple times and she gets away, right? So he comes back to the fucking, you know, the main compound there, and the sister there, Gemma, who is, you know, she's in good shape and she kind of runs the family other than the father, but she's giving him shit for letting this girl go, and he's all sulking. And again, this is like an 8-foot fucking WWE wrestler with this cool fucking mask on his face. You got to see it, but he's like, she's fast, man, she's fast. But he talks in this voice, and he's like, she's like a ninja. I couldn't catch her. You know what I mean? But it's just all this stuff, and to hear this family and these big, scary, fucking mean guys that will chop you in half at the blink of an eye. But then when they get back into the family and the way they're talking, it's like they just lead like a normal life. You know what I mean? Like, aside from being this hills have eyes, you know, kill everybody family, when they're home alone, they're baking cookies and fucking, you know, it's crazy. And I fucking loved it. I wish they would have done a little more of the background on this family. It just, oh man, if they ever make a sequel to this, and I hope they do, I hope they kind of delve a little bit more into the family, because man, it was fucking great. I loved this movie. Now again, this movie's not going to be for everybody, so don't fucking hammer me in the comments saying, what are you talking about? This movie was shit. Well, it's not fucking shit, okay? But it caught me by surprise, okay? Because honestly, I thought it was not going to be very good. I honestly thought it was just going to be like another run-of-the-mill, you know, let's go into a cornfield, get chased around, and blah, blah, blah. But it's got a cool kind of a twist at the end, why this family's doing this and stuff. And again, I don't want to get into it. But just to hear this family, you know, interact with each other is fucking hilarious. It really is, and I loved it. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say about this. I am highly recommending this movie. To give it a rating out of 10, I would probably give it like a really strong 6.5, maybe even a 7. Again, this is like Haunt. I don't think anybody thought Haunt was going to be good when it came out last year, and it was fucking awesome. It's the same as this movie, you know what I mean? You'll have low expectations going in, but I guarantee when it's all over and you give it a chance and realize it's not taking itself too seriously, I think you're really going to fucking love this movie. Now, mind you, the opening act is a little fucking just generic, you know what I mean? 4 kids get together and figure out. So if you can get through that first like 15, 20 minutes of these 4 kids just deciding to go to the fucking corn maze, the rest of it's killer. Once we get introduced to this family, it is this mutant family, it's fucking awesome. So anyways, if you've seen this, let me know what you think. If you haven't, please go rent it. It's out now. It's called PHarm, and then come back here and let me know what you think, guys. And as always, stay scared.